told me how long that last series was, 2.5 hours. What on earth? And I actually think this upcoming series is going to be way shorter than that, not only because it basically has to be, but because both of these teams and these players are so good. Oh my God, this is one of the sickest matchups we're going to have all season long. I cannot wait to watch it. These teams are so badass.
Yeah, we're going to see this in week 1 as well. So let's actually have a look at their history. They've played each other 5 times. The last time they played was in the STPL 3rd and 4th place match where iRk beat NetWars and took 3rd. So iRk knocked them out of the podium. So a little bit of beef there probably. But I mean, other than just saying how good iRk and NetWars were in Season 1, there's not really too much I can go into, but both of them have such incredible rosters, such amazing players, and the players we'll see from both of them today are... Starting us off, we're going to have another TBT on New Arkanoid between SPX and Kogut. Then we're going to have a ZVP between Babo and Yeti, and that should be amazing. We're going to have a PVT between Oya and Ziggy. And then we're going to have a PVZ between DeWalt and Zero.
So good! SPX and Kogut is maybe the highlight of the map. Every single one of these matchups is just so sick. My man Zero kicking in the final game against DeWalt. I don't know. I'm hopeful. I think Zero is one of, if not the best caster player.
Yep, without a doubt.
I guess Nyoken would be the other one that you would talk about. But Zero is actually insane. So, yeah, pretty excited to watch that one. Although DeWalt is like almost the best player in the world, maybe second, third best. Like Eon Zerg, gonna be one of the other like top contenders. But like those, like it's just amazing. So iRk, if you guys don't know them, if you're new to STPL this season, iRk is one of the best international teams out there. NetWars is an all Polish team. It just so happens that Polish people have genetical like predispositions to be badasses at StarCraft. So sorry, rest of the world. Like Polish people are just so good. So Kogut starting things out. This is a guy that's won STPL before, or did he get second? I forget. Anyway,
yeah, he's ranked 4 overall in the STPL rankings as well. He's had 21 wins overall too, so and a 77% win rate. And just look at the players he's played against.
At one point. But yeah, this win rate is disgusting to me. Like, oh, you lost against an ex-pro Samsung Con player. Oh, so for some reason you lost against Arc Neon, which is no shade on Arc Neon. It's just like, wow, Kogut has beaten literally everyone else. He's beaten Noob. He's beaten Dragon. He's beaten Cadenzi. He's beaten just like all these badass players. It's so sick. This guy's a monster.
Yeah, and his opponent going to be... I thought it was going to be his debut match, but it looks like he played already. It's going to be SPX, the Russian Terran... I need to say the Russian Terran from Russia, but regardless, like... He lost against Spire. That was his only game. That was back in June. So SPX is a boss in his own right. Obviously, I wouldn't say he's as storied as Kogut is in the foreign scene in general. But SPX is such a good player. So a TVT between these two should be great.
I would dare say SPX just 2-0'd his group in BSL. I would say he is the best or second best Terran player in Russia right now. He is very good. Yeah, I think that's a solid statement. He's super good. So I don't know how well Kogut's playing right now too, because he goes on periods of time where he just doesn't play much StarCraft. So I guess we'll have to see. The map is Neo Arkanoid, just like it was in the game 1 of our last series. So that means that we have this crazy no rush 15 kind of play style. I really want to see how these players play it.
Yep, let's get into the game. Obviously, I'll explain this when we get in. So starting us off, we got SPX versus Kogut on Neo Arkanoid. Okay, starting us off here in the top left-hand position, we do have the Red Terran fighting for NetWars. It's Kogut. And if you can change the latency rapid, that would be much appreciated.
Oh yeah. And in the upper, or lower, orange corner of the map. God, this is the worst intro ever. This is the Russian Terran player SPX. And to everybody that's complaining about crazy maps, I too complained about Kix's crazy maps when I first cast STPL over a year ago. And you know what? Just like Kicks, it kind of grew on me.
Yeah, thankfully I've stopped growing, but hopefully I've not stopped growing on you, Rap.
Yeah, I was gonna say, wait, are you? I'm still taller than you are, right?
No?
Wait, really?
I'm 6'5". You're shorter than me, I
Okay.
remember.
Yeah. Just barely, okay?
Okay,
Okay.
admittedly, I'm not sure when we get to our height that being taller is actually a benefit. I think I've probably got it
Yeah,
worse.
that's definitely true. I feel like once you hit about 6'7", you start to like really feel the pain. Like as is, I feel like I'm just like, that sweet spot, and Kicks is like almost officially large, but
Yeah.
I'll take what I can get.
Yeah, like, unfortunately, I'm not thick, I'm large with 2 Gs. Or tall with 2 Ts, maybe.
Oh my gosh, Kicks, no. No. No, I've never thought about those words in conjunction before, so I'm just going to continue to not think about that. So
Yeah,
thanks for that
also
one.
I like how someone's like, you're the tallest man in Korea. You know what, that wouldn't surprise me if that was actually true.
Actually, so here's the thing. My apartment, we're not doing anything in the game, so there's
Yeah.
nothing to talk about. My apartment is right next to one of the like these bodybuilding gyms. Like, there's like a bunch of different kinds of gyms in Korea. There's like Pilates gyms. There's like average random people gyms that they go to once a year, and then there's like these chunky boy gyms. And so every
Chunky
day
boy.
when I walk back to my house, I just see the most gigantic Korean dudes. These are like, we're talking like 6'6", like just mountainous men walking around. I'm like, come on, guys. I thought you were supposed to be tiny, but no, I just have to live next to all of the hunks of the world. So it's very disappointing for me. My self-esteem has never been lower than it is when I walk by this gym. But just say the stereotypes are not all true.
Okay, well, other than the absolute units we've got in the Korean gyms, we've also got some absolute units here. The difference between the builds is SPX is going for tech. He's already going into a factory. And Koget, in the meantime, actually went for a CC first, in the same way we saw both Cryok and Hitmup do in the previous game. So that's something.
It certainly is. So at least the opener is the same. Although I want to see if they're going to go double expand here, because that's maximum greed.
Yeah, I mean, Hitmup did that last game against Cryok, and genuinely, I don't think it worked out. So
No.
SPX is going to have such a massive unit advantage. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me here to see SPX go for 2 starports, and he's already got the SUVs ready. 1, 2. 2 starport Wraith coming on the way, and Koget is going to be a while off getting his armory, so he's going to take a little bit of damage here.
Yeah, I actually think Two-Port Raise is a great opener because it's exactly exploiting what this map does. It gives you 2 gas, so or not. No, I'm thinking of Desperado. Anyway, but it gives you 2 bases that you can expand to. It says like expand here, expand here, expand here, but that plays directly into Two-Port Raise hands. Even though you'll have
he's trying to skip an SUV over. He's going to be able to do it. This is something you can actually do, guys, by the way. So when an SCV is building, if it goes inside the building, if you cancel it, you can start glitching it through stuff. And look, he's going to do it. Here we go. You have to spam click this, otherwise it does not work. So really well done by SPX.
What a god! Oh my gosh, I'm such a big fan right now. Now, obviously, you're gonna have to continue to do this, but the idea is very solid.
Yeah, and I'm gonna mention as well that he can also proxy buildings here and fly them if he wants to. But I'm kind of glad we got to show that off on stream, because a lot of the time when we see people glitch stuff through, I just miss it. So it's cool to see or show it off, kind of.
What you actually showed is him thinking that he would be able to move between the power generators and not being able to. So.
Oh no, I missed that. I made him look cooler. I deliberately didn't look at that. That's cool. That's fine.
Yeah.
I'm protecting the players
I'm
here.
trying to walk between them, and I'm like, no, this is Brood War. Even though there's clearly a path between them, you can't actually do it.
I wonder if a ghost can run through there. Radley?
No.
You need to play on New Arkanoid.
I'm pretty sure it is totally tight, like all unit tight.
Okay, well, we've got triple factory coming in. Armory's done. There's going to be dropships coming in. Now, SPX is going into Cloak immediately, so he's not going to have a lot of wraiths straight away. He didn't even show them yet either. Oh, but look at this. Does Koget see it? No, he doesn't see the wraiths just yet. He is, of course, going to see the starports, but It's going to be a little bit late, and oh, he only just saw Cloak. So that's a little bit unfortunate for SPX. But I don't think there's even any armory or anything. No, there's not.
Pretty sure Kogut is not. So Kogut's not dead. He's just gonna take a lot of unmitigated damage. Yeah. So the Marines run over and die instantly.
Oh my god, SPX actually loaded his barracks in here as well. I didn't realize that was his. He's built Marines in his base. He's pushing forward with them as well. This is a sick play.
Are you kidding me?
And look, he's not got any scans, so...
I'm sorry, would you like to kill my Rays? Wait. I thought you wanted... I'm sorry, did you want to, like, deal any damage? I'm sorry,
I got confused there for a second.
There's more Rays coming through. These are the saddest Goliaths in the world.
Trouble is, like... TBT, when you take this much damage to Wraiths, you're still not that... Especially on this map, like... Wraiths aren't going to kill him. Like, the actual comm stats are almost done, so... These Wraiths are on borrowed time. They've just got to try and do as much damage as they can. Oh, they're going to get the first dropship. That's actually massive.
That's really good. So now all of a sudden, your entire starport control tower thing is totally useless. Your third base is not going to happen. Even your natural is dying to Marines that were built in your base.
Now, unfortunately, I feel like you should have targeted down the comm stat, but you can't win everything. Like, SPX was using his APM on the Wraiths, so he's going to use them now to clean up these Chrysalids, take a third base as well. And I mean, there's no recourse for this again. There's no dropship from Kogut anymore.
Yeah, they use double expand after this. You're still going to have a faster base than your opponent. And also the Marine that was killing the Chrysalids at the 12 o'clock died, so those are still ups. Alright, my man SPX also has complete map control and killed the first dropship, let's not forget. So that means that there are no dropships, no air units at all for Kogut. So even though he's actually mining right now, and he's still pretty far behind, especially when it comes to tech. This is 7 Wraiths that are out. They don't have like +1 or anything, but they're still capable of doing quite a bit of damage. He can actually move in, cloak, and snipe Goliaths if he wants to. But more importantly, he's about to stop these SCVs from doing anything at the third base and keep this base empty for now.
Yeah, now
but it's totally useless.
The one problem is, if this game goes on longer, Kogut is going to have a massive advantage when it comes to upgrades. Like, his armory is a third of the way done with +1. SPX hasn't needed an armory just yet, so he's not going to have any upgrades going. He's going to get a quicker third base. Even that is questionable. Kogut's actually building his third base first. This is the problem with Wraiths in TVT. It's really hard to actually close out the game with them early on. Like, they do damage, but if your opponent went for a fast expansion like Kogut did, Kogut's actually in an advantage now. He's got more supply. He did take some damage, but not enough. And all of a sudden, SPX he's got to do something. Like, he needs to find some damage somewhere, and it looks like he's going to be the one to try and go into dropships again.
Honestly, where's my BC rush at? Like, you can Yamato over this little ridge so easily. That's just oh my goodness, do it, make it happen. But then obviously you lose the rest of the map, and your opponent has 50 bases. So,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I like that the raids give you complete map control, but you don't really need complete map control because there's a billion neutral buildings out there. They control the map for you. So, I don't know. This is a strange one, Kix.
Okay, there is a dropship now. He is sending it up towards this SCV. I thought maybe he was going to ferry the SCV over somewhere, but looks like he is just going to try and chill with that for now. Keep it out of scan range, most importantly. Because for all Kogut knows, he believes that SPX is doing nothing but building Wraiths still. So if he can keep his dropships hidden, maybe he can make some like crazy massive drop happen. And when that happens, it can be problematic. But looks like SPX did scan the... Wait, where did the dropships go? No, I think he missed the dropships from Kogut, so he's not going to know the drops coming from him either.
Wow, yeah, the dropship is with all the raids at the 12 o'clock, second 12 o'clock base.
Yep.
Oh, he's going to try to expand down there too. That's actually really smart.
Yeah, this is really clever. He's going to get 2 more gases. So he's going to go up to 5 bases in a second. And you can already see SPX has got a good number of tanks, and he's going to use them to defend the most obvious droppable base. But look at Kogut. He's going to ferry around. He's got 8 Goliaths in this dropship. And if he can get down to this bottom right corner, he can deny this base.
Yep, you're absolutely right. That base could get taken out very easily. He should obviously build turrets to pre-protect it, but it's hard because, I mean, how far north do you go?
And you don't have that many spare minerals at the moment. He's not even mining from his third base just yet, so that's why he's not even built the CC. This is going to be interesting. Is Kogut going to see these SCVs? Yes, he is. Nice.
I'm waiting for it, and there we go. All right, so that base is completely shut down. Nice idea, but ultimately in the end, not actually that effective. Some tanks moving north for SPX, but I don't think he's really going to be able to do much besides just do space control there. And the drop into 6 o'clock is actually starting to kill SCVs.
Yeah, this is a really dangerous drop as well. SPX tanks, I mean, he's got a couple there, but he ferried a load of them into the middle of the map. And Goliaths at this stage in the game are actually quite powerful. He's got +1 finished as well.
Oh, he's going to snipe the dropships as they try to load up. Gotcha. He's going to lose a couple of raids. Actually, yeah, he only loses one, almost loses a second. But very, very good cleanup there. Forced to pull the SCV, so obviously that's subpar. And now they're actually just running. Wait, oh, the SCVs are trapped. They're where are these guys running? Oh no, there's a million idle SCVs.
Yeah, I think they're trying to go up to the top base, but they're getting a little bit lost.
Why would you send them there instead of back to mine at the 6?
Oh, you know what? I think they're trying to repair the Wraith.
Oh my god.
Possibly. He's just sent them back. Like, I think he was trying to repair the Wraith and the Wraith flew away. That's happened to me. It's not great.
Right now.
Okay, so SPX is trying to push forward. Kogut has actually scanned for this as well, so that's one dead turret at least. So the Wraiths are maybe going to be... Oh my god, is he going to drop on... Oh, he is. He's going to drop behind here. He can also drop a tank on this location here. But he could cut off a gas here. And he's got the air vision as well. He doesn't need to constantly scan like SPX does. Like Marwin. Sorry, like Kogut does.
There we go. We got the right turn player.
Yeah.
No, I love what SPX is doing. He's taking these little tiny like critter containers and putting tanks in there. And while tanks are not really an endangered species in TVT, they are doing such a good job. Now, they are a little bit close to the outside, so Goliath can't...
Oh my goodness. That was a lot of dead tanks.
Kogut did such a good job clearing that out. Wow, I'm super impressed.
Okay, and the crazy thing as well, Kogut still has this Goliath down in the bottom right, which can effectively just stop expansions forever. Now, Kogut's actually the one, finally, who's got so much damage done on all of the units that SPX had, that he's just going to push through the middle of the map. Like, he's got enough power behind his army now. +2 is halfway done, and SPX still doesn't even have +1.
Wow, what? Oh my gosh. Okay, well, how do you not get your upgrades?
There's not even an armory.
Yeah, he doesn't actually even have any way to get upgrades.
It's because he spent so much gas on Wraiths and Starport stuff early on. He didn't necessarily need upgrades because he thought he would end the game quickly with some really clever drops. But now this is when it starts to get troublesome because Kogut, he's just going to push through this. He could probably A-move his way through these tanks. Okay, maybe not. But he's close. Like, he's really far ahead right now.
We are nearing the... I don't want to say the end, but it is certainly a Kogut favorite game. I'm so impressed at how well he dealt with those cloaked Wraiths early on. Man, if a Wraith did like 1 more damage, it would be almost totally broken. But right now, the damage is like so low, it's so hard to get in there and deal critical damage. Even when you have like, I think he had like 5 Wraiths going in early. Wow. So Kogut held on through the Wraith harass, and now he's macroed up an insane army. He's got all these dropships running around the map too. See what SPX's dropships are going to do. They're right in the middle of the map.
They're going for the third base. There's not actually that much defense up here, so this is going to be denied, but he needs to be careful of these turrets.
Yep, there are a couple. He needs to drop off the tanks, and he does. Gonna lose at least 1 dropship, but there are quite a few tanks here, so that's gonna be damage that needs to be reacted to. But there's not actually, like you said, all that many units up here.
And he's not got upgrades, so he's up against +2 now. All of a sudden, Kogut's tanks are killing his in 2 siege shots, and he has to use 3 still. And there's even SCVs getting involved here because Kogut knows he is in such a good position. The SCVs aren't super impactful anymore. He's going to take the top right. These SCVs have been cleared up, and the tanks have as well, very nearly.
But well, he tried to run the SCVs, and now he's not going to be able to kill off the tanks because they unsiege. Wow. So yeah, this drop actually super impactful from SPX. I just think Kogut's army is maybe a little bit too big.
Yeah, now it looks like SPX is actually swapping into a few vultures now. Mines would actually be quite useful. He is getting speed of mines. He doesn't have that much gas. He took his bases quite quickly, so the gas is going to dwindle for him a little bit faster. But Kogut taking the top right now. We're going to see SPX try and secure this bottom right again. And wow, that tank actually did a lot more. It got 4 kills in the end, and it's finally been cleaned up. But SPX is going to lose one of his bases here, I think.
Ooh, I mean, certainly, and I mean, he doesn't really have that many bases. Although, to his credit, he does have more than Kogut does. Expanding down to the other 6 o'clock base.
Okay,
on the map.
Here we go. Push coming in on the 3 or the 9 o'clock base here. So much damage coming in from Kogut.
Well, yeah, this base is super dead, and I'm glad that Kogut isn't overextending to try to take it out. He's got most of his army there, but he also is running the rest of his army back home, just in case.
Yeah, this is one of the things that Kogut is so good at. His positional play is really, really outstanding. Like, the reason why he got this far in the game is just how well he's done positionally. Like, SPX, like, he's never been in great defensive position, so he's not really been able to hold on to anything. Now, he could just kind of float the CC away and just take the gas, but he seems to think he can maybe save this.
I'm waiting. I don't know if he's going to be able to totally save it. He is repairing, so obviously that's going to keep it alive a little bit longer.
Yep.
But what's the way he saves this? Like, he's got some decent tanks set up that are getting some really good shots on the Kogut's army. But once again, he only has
Oh,
0,
this
0.
is a good move.
Yeah, ooh, I like it. That's a little fancy.
He holds off the attack in the middle, and I mean, there's only 1 tank attacking this CC, so okay, there's going to be 3 now. That's going to be a little bit more difficult. But you can see that he's slowly creeping forward. Looks like Kogut is still managing to hold on to that position, though. That +2 attack really coming in handy here. Okay, a quadruple dropship going up to the top right-hand corner. Oh, Kogut's actually...
see that command center.
Yeah.
Oh.
Trouble is, I don't think he actually has Goliaths. Oh, he does, so he started building Goliaths again. Oh, one of these dropships is so low, he needs to drop his units!
Drop. Oh, no!
Oh, and the Wraith switch from Kogut coming in at the perfect time, sniping the dropships. GG! SPX taps out, and Kogut takes game number 1.
Wow. I didn't expect it to end quite that way, but I did think that Kogut was going to be in a good spot after defending against those raids early on. He even built a bunch of his own raids that we didn't really get a chance to see until that, that very moment. Beautiful game by Kogut. The Polish powerhouse puts 1 win on the board for NetWars.
Yep, so we will be back in just a couple of minutes with game number 2. See you guys super soon.
Outstanding. Rock and roll.
STPL does. Bio TVP. Wow! You got it. STPL does. Mass Scouts? No problem. Broadcast 3 nights a week on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 2100 CEST. Fantastic casting, fantastic production, fantastic prizes. Only here on the STPL. Did you know Reavers could be this radical? How did these lings even get here? All I know is that's one dead base. STPL does! Wraiths, Valkyries, Carriers, and Corsairs. Forget about it. You won't see that anywhere else. STPL does. STPL does. STPL does. STPL does. STPL does. DC's doing game-ending damage? Name a more iconic duo. We've even got carriers in PvZ. How amazing! A global team league on the scale you've never seen before. Don't see this in BWCL, STPL does. All that and more, only on this amazing 64-bit STPL. What BWCL don't. Impressed? I know I am. Why not support us on the link below? Patreon.com/kick. Okay guys, welcome back to the STPL. We're here with iRk versus NetWars, the second series of today. We're 3 hours into the cast, and we're only in game 2 of series 2, so it's kind of crazy today.
Yes, this is me getting revenge on Kix for making me stay up late. By making him stay up late with STPL. But actually the games have been pretty good, if not just very weird. So if that's what you're into, then cool. But all of this series should actually be amazing. And coming up next, we've got two amazing players, including, I think, one of the guys that used to be in first place in the ELO rankings. But his opponent, Babo. Let's talk about Babo a little bit. So Babo just advanced out of his BSL group. He was in a group with Taitu, Vingsel, and La Abuela. So if you don't know those players, they're pretty good, but he wasn't able to beat Taitu, who finally gave him his one defeat. But it was really interesting because up until that point, a Peruvian player had advanced out of every single BSL group, and Babo was able to stop that from happening for the first time in BSL. So BSL is the other league, STPL is a team league, and so Babo gets to play here. And he's most well known for being a really good 2v2 player, but he's actually since then become a much better solo player, 1v1. So very excited to see what he can do here against one of the best players in STPL.
Yeah, and I'd just like to point out that the last time Babo played in the STPL was 15 months ago. In April last year, so Babo is a pretty cool guy to come back. He's actually switched from Seoul over to iRk. Hopefully we'll see a few more of his games, but his opponent needs no introduction if you've been following the STPL. He has a 73% win rate. He's ranked 5 in the STPL rankings. He has played against some amazing players and beat the amazing players as well. He played against Bjol and won a 45-minute macro game on Athena 2. He beat Terra on the same map. Like, Yeti is a great example of such an amazing player that unfortunately hasn't had the success that I believe he should do in individual leagues, but this is where team leagues shine. You get other godly players that appear. They may not do that great in individual leagues, but they do so well. We saw it in Pro League a lot as well. So we're going to be heading in to map number 4. Or to map number 2, man, I can't even count. 1, 2, that's how it goes. It's going to be Carthage 3.
Yay, Carthage 3. So this, has the potential to go very long. Although I will say that, at least the games in this series are shorter than the games in our first series.
Yeah, well, we're only on 2. So.
A little bit of a splitty map. Because it is kind of annoyingly complicated to get over to your opponent's side of the map. But yeah, I don't know. I want to see more drop play or at least proxies, because these bases are wide open.
Yep, they are. They are so. There's so much buildable area as well, like all over the map. I mean, I think the best thing we can do, just because we did show this map off before, is just get straight into the game. It's going to be Babo versus Yeti, Poland versus Chile, if I remember correctly, as we head into game number 2. Okay, starting us off here in the top left-hand position, we do have the white Protoss fighting for NetWars. It's Yeti.
And his opponent in the yellow, playing for iRk, is our Zerg player Babo.
Now, the last PvZ we saw on this map lasted, I think it was like 50 minutes, right? That was Eriador versus Dreamer. That was about 2 hours ago that we saw that game, which is kind of crazy how long the series have been today. But it was a really amazing game because there was constant action from both sides. Like, there wasn't a period where I think either player was maxed because they were just trading armies constantly all over the map. And unfortunately for Dreamer, Eriador did manage to secure his bases a little bit later, and he mined out a little bit later as well, so that's what gave him the win. But I think with Babo, I think we're going to see something a little bit more aggressive from him. You mentioned in the intro that he's a big 2v2 player, and 2v2 players really excel in the early game.
Yeah, exactly, because in 2v2, if you guys are unfamiliar with the way that matchup goes, depending on what your races are in 2v2, things can play out differently. But one thing that's always the same is that you just try to go kill the guy.
Yeah.
It's so aggressive early on. You have to build so many units. You have to micro those early units so well in order to play well at 2v2. And so while macro might not come into play quite as significantly, the early game is very, very aggressive, and I think that part of Babo's playstyle has held over.
You know, one thing I will say, and this is kind of like a disclaimer, if I miss anything on the minimap, I do apologize, but it's white versus yellow. Like, this is going to be really hard to see if this goes late game, so
yeah.
I'm kind of hoping, in a nice way, that we don't get like an hour and 20-minute long game where I miss every single drop because the colors are the same on the minimap.
I mean, I wouldn't blame you if you did, but I will understand if you do, because, yeah, it is just quite difficult. Hey, at least it's not a desert tile set.
Yeah. That'd be worse if it was orange and yellow or orange and brown on a desert tile set. I've seen that before. Do you remember that PvP we had between... I can't remember who it was, but it was on Troy, and it was like near impossible to see whose units were.
Oh, yeah, no. Get me out of that one. I never want to cast that game again. I'm glad that... Like, hell is where I have to recast that game over and over again. No, thank you.
Okay, well, last time we saw a very defensive game from both of our players. We've got Forge Fast Expand here coming in for Yeti. This is kind of Yeti's style. Like, Yeti is one of those Protoss players that genuinely, like, when you think of, like, foreign Protoss players, you think, okay, the game's gonna end pretty quickly, like, they're, like, playing really aggressive. But Yeti just plays straight up. Like, he doesn't rush to kill someone. He doesn't really do any crazy rushes or anything. He just plays standard. He plays solid. And in the late game is really where he shines, whereas it's kind of like a stark contrast to Babo.
Yeah, that's actually one of the, I guess, differences I didn't necessarily think of right off the bat. I'm just waiting to see, like, you know, I guess pretty standard 3-base opener versus Protoss by Zerg, but it's about what you do with that. Do you just stay 3-base? You try to go for early Hydra? But looks like no, we're actually going to get Ling speed from here. Yeah,
and we see a lair as well. So one thing we saw from Babo in the BSL is, I believe this was against Protoss, he actually went muted, didn't he, as an opening? If I remember correctly.
Yeah, that's actually true. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, we could see that here. Like, mute openings aren't super common against Protoss just because the Corsair exists, but they can work. Like, Babo pulled his opponent apart in BSL when he did it, so... Oh, and is he going to get the probe as well? That's one hit away from death. Oh, Yeti with the jukes.
No way this probe outruns. I mean, Lings are going to get speed pretty soon, so he just leaves one on it. That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah. Oh. It's going back in. This man wants his scouting info. Has he actually scouted the third base? Yeah, he has.
No, he's still trying to get in. Watch it turn around and try to make it. I mean, speed's about to finish, so that is going to be one dead probe.
Oh, and he's sitting up to the... Ooh! How is this alive? Oh, there we go.
Probes, man.
Oh, and in that time he got Zealot in the third base anyway, so good moves, keeping that probe alive, keeping those Lings busy, and that's one dead drone. Is it going to be a second? No, it looks like it will get away. Oh, that's a good position for that Zealot. That's
I
gonna
will
be
say
so
the Zealot
annoying.
did get the drone before he hit there, and yeah, he's going to be able to stay here for a long time.
Nope, never mind. Babo's
No.
too good.
Yep, nice repositioning on there.
Okay, Corsair flying over, gonna be able to see it. Well, he's not actually going straight for the scout, and that's a little bit unfortunate because he is up against a 4 hatchery Spire play. In this, I mean, this could possibly just be for Scourge, and I think that's probably what it's going to be, but Mutas is still a possibility. I guess the main tell is there's no second gas.
Yeah, I mean, you really do need that. Or if you're going for something like Lurkers or whatever, anything that takes a lot of gas, you're not going
Oh,
to...
Air Carapace. It is going to be Mutas.
Whoa. Yeah, and actually when you go for this fast Carapace build, a lot of times you'll see like a Guardian switch afterwards, which could be cool.
Yeah, we saw how devastating Guardians were in the last game as well. Like, that last series we saw... I mean, Guardians won all the game. There's absolutely no doubt about that in my mind. So if we could see that again, that'd be really sick.
Yeah, wow. I just want to see scouts be made to fight them. That's my only wish. There's one Corsair out of the map, so if you can catch
There's
that
4
early,
LINGS in the main. Like, when did they even run past the wall? I didn't even notice.
And how are they there? They're actually in vision. Like,
yeah, and
you can see them.
they've not taken any damage either. Well, they took a little bit of damage, but they've not done any yet. So,
like, you can see the LINGS. They're there.
yeah.
You can just run in and kill probes, like right now. Oh, they got found by Zealots. Aw.
Well, I mean, they're not dead yet. Zealots don't have speed, so... Oh, there's a cannon in the middle line. That's probably why he can't do much damage. He's just being annoying with them just scouting around. He's gonna see that there is a Stargate. He sees the... Oh, wow, he's actually gonna attack the Citadel. Oh, he must have been damaging that before. It's taken a lot of damage.
Okay, well...
Oh, the Corsair's Scourge!
I'm waiting. Can they get it? Nah, they're too stupid.
Well, I mean, if the Corsairs make any sudden movements, you never know.
Why would you make a sudden movement? You're literally headed right towards the cannon.
Well, I mean, it's brutal. You can click the wrong things.
That's true, that's true.
And also, they're gonna have to...
Oh, wow, he is actually gonna get a connection?
Oh, he gets
nice.
one of them.
That's actually really good. I highly underestimated the effectiveness of that. Hey, it's still 3 Corsairs, and it's going to be Carapace Mutas. So, I mean, Carapace is so good against Corsairs, but it's going to be +1 Corsairs as well. So, I don't know.
+1 is a long way away, though. Like, that's really far off right now. Carapace should be finished soon, so... Babo's definitely going to have a timing here that you can hit. And you can already see that Babo knows the only way he's really going to be contested is if there's a large Zealot run by, and he's just adding a ton of Sunkens everywhere. He's like, nope, I'm not going to die to that. He knows there's going to be a Archon Zealot ball or something coming soon, so he just needs to be careful. Okay, +1 Carapace is done. Let's see what he does with it. Is he going to go for an attack right away, or is he just going to try and bait the Corsairs in? Because, I mean Yeti still hasn't seen it, right?
Yeah, no, there's no way he knows. This is one of the problems about being PvZ early, is that you're just living in the dark. You have no idea what your opponent's going to throw at you. And right now, it is a ton of Mutas. See how many Mutas we have. A full control group of +1 Carapace Mutas. He's going to fly the Scourge in first, and then the Mutas as a follow-up. And let's see if there's any Corsairs immediately in the main. No, there's... Oh, yeah, there they are. So they are positioned correctly, but...
Now, if
see if he can do this...
If there's one man who can micro against Archons with Mutas, it's going to be Babo.
He's trying to micro around the Archon, but already some good Scourge connections. He's going to try to go in there and maybe get some shots on that Archon, but actually no. He's going to now have to fight the remaining 2 Corsairs. And look at this poor Archon. Oh no.
Archons have got a thing about not attacking Babo. The same thing happened in VSL. The Archon never attacked. That was it.
Now the Mutas are actually starting to take a little bit of damage. They're all about half health right now, so maybe time to think about this a little bit. Run away for a second or two. But still, hey, that was a lot of probe damage. He reset the the Corsair count. But now the Remax of Corsairs is going to have +1 air weapons, so that'll make them much scarier.
Yeah, and the thing is, Yeti's ready now, so he's building cannons in all of his mineral lines. He's obviously building the Corsairs back up. So Babo's like element of surprise, I don't really feel like he did enough damage with that. But he is going to be able to macro up from this. It's not like he was all in or anything, so let's see what he actually plans to do. Is he just going to switch into Hydralisk, or is he just going to continue adding on more and more Mulisks?
I want to see just more mutas, because you can actually, I think he is going to go into Hydras instead. Obviously, that makes sense when your opponent's committing to Corsairs. The problem is that now there are a ton of Zealots. And, okay, actually, the SimCity's dope here. 3 Sunken, good luck, my dude.
Yeah, the Mutalisks are in the main. They're taking down the cannons immediately. The Corsairs are not in position for this. Looks like they're going to have a little bit of a base trade here. He's going to lose all his probes in his main. And he's going for this third base, but there's just so many units down here. There's going to be so many Hydralisks in a second.
Yeah, oh man, and he's morphing another Sunken there too. Oh, you can actually target down that Sunken. Look at the storm! Oh my god, so good.
Whoops,
so
okay.
Good.
I was focusing on the wrong thing, but there we go. It looks like we do have that attack going in. A lot of the units going down, they were just bottlenecked in that location. And I mean, the Mutas have done so much damage back at home. They're going to get a... Oh, they didn't get the High Templar, so a little bit unfortunate. But yeah.
There's no detection, right? Oh, yeah, he has 1 Overlord. Oh, the 1 Overlord has 35 HP.
Yeah. Oh, and the High Templar ran into the Sunkens. That's unfortunate.
That is somewhat tragic.
Oh, the storm! Oh my god, that one drone. He had the worst luck there. He's like, oh, I'm just going to go to this mineral patch now. And it's like, nope. Oh, the Archons dancing around. These are the star-crossed lover Archons. They can never meet.
Yeah, they'll never be destined for each other.
Yeah, the other one's going back. He's like, no, I still want to be there.
Are they? Okay, they are going to eventually meet up, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
I mean, both sides just took so much damage. Like, yeah, he lost most of the probes in his main. He does have 3 bases now with 3 relatively well-saturated mineral lines, minus his main. But Babo took a lot of damage as well. It looks like Babo's going to try and take a 4th base over on the left-hand side. And this is where we kind of saw things go with Eridor and Dreamer. We've kind of got there in a different way. But this DT could actually block this.
Waiting. Anyway, here we go. The big air move out is coming into the natural, or the main rather. You just coming in first with Scourge behind them. All the Corsairs are there, ready, waiting. He's got oh no, the Scourge, they're off. They're not moving correctly, no. He actually misses almost all of his Scourge, even after a couple of initial connections. And those Mutas cannot fight +1 Corsairs when there are, oh wow, there's actually only 3 of them left.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to have to retreat again. The DT did not actually cancel the base because the base never actually came up. So Babo is still in a little bit of a rocky position now. He really does need to get 1 base up on the Zerg. Otherwise he's going to be... Well, he needs to be like even 1 up on the Protoss, sorry. He's going to be in a lot of trouble soon. And yet he's just playing like a boss. I mean, he's on 1-1 upgrades already against the 1-0, but obviously the ground upgrades were much later here for Babo.
Yeah. Alright, well, I'm waiting to see what the next move is, because currently it's Yeti out on the map being proactive. He's killed the drone that was going to take the 4th base, and Zerg kind of wants that 4th base right about now, and especially if you can... Oh, sniping that High Templar. He's going in, he gets 1, gets 2, gets 3. Oh, huge snipes by those Mutas.
Yeah, this suddenly makes Yeti's army so much worse, and it's so weird to think he's got 2 Archons and neither of them have really attacked the Mutas once. Like, I know I say this a lot, but genuinely, a Dark Archon with Maelstrom would just absolutely destroy Babo's army. Like,
Oh no, yeah, it wouldn't even be close. He actually even made a bunch of DTs, but never morphed any of them into Archons. So, yeah, no, I love adding 1 Dark Archon. If you're like at that level where you're kind of middle of the road, like maybe you're B, A rank Protoss and you really want to make the next step, start making 1 Dark Archon versus Zerg. It's so good. It's so good.
Yeah,
Especially if they go mutas.
TT1's a really big advocate of doing that, I think. I mean, I'm saying that, I'm just assuming, and you guys will all have to believe me because I'm the one talking, but yeah, TT1, like, I've seen him play with one Dark Archon, and just one Maelstrom could be the difference between winning and losing a game as Zerg. Because if suddenly you lose 12 Mutalisks, like, what are you gonna do? They're so expensive.
Also, late game, when you're getting Crackling drop, you just Maelstrom the Crackling. It's like, oh, I'm sorry. Would you like to kill my base? I think not. I've actually seen that save next side before. I think it was BSL last year. I forget what it was. But anyway, we're finally seeing a little bit of a base Traderino with these mutas getting in for terrible, terrible damage. Oh, look. Oh, no. There's so many High Templar. He could snipe 15 High Templar right here. All right.
Dear.
Oh, no. It was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh my god, the Archons. Oh, that's all the mutas dead. Rest in peace.
Well, all right. Never mind then. Never mind.
Yeah, and Yeti's got a really big supply lead over his Zerg opponent. And look at this, Yeti immediately pushing. He's like, well, the main bulk of your army was Mutalisks, so I'm just going to go. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, and now not only does he not have to worry about being counterattacked, he doesn't have to worry about his High Templar being sniped. So he can just rally those High Templar across the map, and there's nothing that's going to kill them.
Yeah, and as we said before, Storm is so powerful on this map. Like, the small chokes here. Just look at this. If he comes in over this ramp, there's going to be carpet bomb of Storm here, and there's going to be absolutely nothing he can do about it.
I want to watch him try to fight this, because it's just going to be 15 Storms on top of all of his Hydras.
Oh no, all the Hydras are stuck. Is he going to get away?
100 supply of Hydras become 20 supply of Hydras. Here we go. You ready? You ready?
Yeah.
Here we go.
Oh, that Storm.
Let's watch these Storms. Oh my gosh, the carnage.
Oh, he's even getting double Lurkers down at the bottom as well. There's Observers here. There is more Mutalisks coming in. But unfortunately, he's already taken all the Storms. But Babo's doing an insane job right now. He's splitting. While he's lost so many Hydras, he still has so many more units.
Yeah, he's gonna feed a couple just for free, but he's got the high ground kicks, and moving through choke points or towards choke points is gonna force the Hydras to artificially clump up, and so now they were just better targets for Storms.
Yep, looks like he is going to retreat now. He does have 4 bases. I mean, Babo, not to forget, is still only on 3 bases right now. He doesn't have the economy that he needs to fight this Protoss army. And you can already see that Yeti's going to try and go through the middle. He's got 2-1 upgrades now. He's up against 1-1. Obviously, there are the Mutalisks here, but there's not nearly as many as there were before. No Great Aspire is ready. No Cracklings either, because the Hive is only just now finishing up. I mean, Yeti is in an incredible position again.
He sure is, Kicks. He just really is. He's going to kill off the temples in the middle of the map, and that really just opens up the thoroughfare, the Autobahn right through the middle, so he can initial drift his way towards the Zerg base. And he's been denying the side bases, so now Yeti's trying to take, or Pabo's trying to take the middle base, even though there's no gas there.
Yep.
And I just think that this is playing perfectly into Yeti's hands, because now it's just going to be so much easier to take on this.
Yeah, so it looks like the final bastion of hope here is Babo and these units, but the Observers staying alive. Storm's going down on single Lurkers now. He's got so much Storm. He's not worried about it. This base is going to go down. Drone's even coming up to fight here. And oh my god, that Storm's on 4 Lurkers. That's bound to be it. Yeti has done such a good job this game.
Yeah, oh my goodness. He's going to try to get up. This is like whack-a-mole bases. He keeps trying to put one up, it gets taken down. Put one up, it gets taken down. And now he might even lose a little bit more. I love the high ground usage. He's not moving down, just very carefully controlling, not overextending. He's pushing up with like 1 or 2 High Templars at a time to try to get off these.
Oh my god, if he storms these 5 eggs.
Oh no, I'm waiting for it.
He doesn't even need to storm them, to be fair.
Oh! And now all the Lurkers are gonna die. No! Well, actually, everything else is dying. Look at these storms. Craziness. Cracklings are good, but they're not gonna save you. Oh,
Babo's
no.
holding. Babo held that attack somehow, but I mean, he's so far behind in supply. He lost his 4th base attempt again as well in the bottom right here, so... I mean, Babo's tenacious, like, he's continuing to fight on here, but it's a matter of numbers. Like, the economy just doesn't work here for Babo.
The speed cracklings rather are actually doing so well here, but in the end, it's just not going to be enough. I mean, there's so much storm energy. He's just, I mean, he's out of storm right now, but he'll have it eventually, and I don't think that Babo is going to be able to overcome a 60 supply deficit.
Yep, it's too difficult. Like, Babo is almost broke as well. Like, he just doesn't have any money. And the second these High Templar get anywhere near his mineral lines, like, all of his drones are dead. Now, he's trying to build another base. There's already an observer scouting for it. Yet he's on a 5th base now, so... like, Babo's time is definitely limited in this game.
Quite. Wow. Okay, well, the base is denied again, and this is still a 3-base Zerg player. Main is about to mine out. Natural's pretty unhealthy. Third is also not doing so well for minerals. So, oof, Babo just cannot, like, buy a lifeline.
Yeah, he can't catch a break in this game. Like, Yeti has been on top of everything. Like, he took a lot of damage from the mutas early on, but in the exact same time, he did so much damage at the 3rd base of Babo that it kind of counteracted it. I mean, we're only just now seeing the first Defiler, and he doesn't have enough units to make use of it. Like, the Storm killing all of the Cracklings there. That Archon with 25 kills. And another base is going to go down. This has got to be it, surely. GG!
Yeah.
Babo taps out, and Yeti takes game number 2.
The 26th kill Archon, that's what did it there, Kicks. Also,
Yep.
let me turn my camera back on. What a game, what a series. NetWars, I want to say, like, I favored them just a slight little bit. As we get deep through the roster, maybe that'll shift around a little bit, but Yeti taking a win there, very, very strong. I think not only just team-wise, but player-wise, Yeti's always been one of the best players in STPL.
Yep.
And I think he showed definitely why.
Okay, so we're actually going to jump into the second game right away. So I'm already hosting it. It's going to be a PvT, and it's going to be on Desperado. Now, the last PvT we saw on this map went for like an hour, and we saw pretty much every unit thanks to Radley. So we'll have a look at who is going to be playing. Starting us off for iRk, it's going to be one of their stronger Protoss players from Season 1, and I'm sure he's going to be looking to have a really good showing in Season 2 as well. It's Oya. Oya has beaten some really good players, lost against some good players as well. And, I mean, Oya is one of the only foreign players to take down Scan in Season 1, so Oya is no slouch in PvT when he wants to be. He can be a little bit aggressive and a little bit cheesy. And I mean, his opponent for NetWars is going to be their new captain. It's Ziggy. Ziggy plays both StarCraft 1 and StarCraft 2. I believe he casts both as well. He was casting with, was it you or was it Nyoken?
Yeah, no, it was me when Nyoken was playing his group. Got to cast with Ziggy. I saw that he was listed as like a Polish player. I was like, okay, I'm going to cast this Polish dude. Except he actually has a flawless British accent. I'm just like, oh,
yeah.
Wow, okay.
He is definitely Polish,
great.
though. Like, I was questioning this. Like, it's so weird to have someone who's not native English speaking to sound British rather than American. Like, it doesn't normally happen, but...
You actually find that a lot with Koreans, is that they learn British English instead of American English.
Oh, wow.
And so quite a lot of English-speaking Koreans speak British English instead. It always weirds me out when I hear it, too, because I expect it to be, like there to be either a Korean accent or it to be American English, and it's like they sound like somebody from London. I'm like, oh, wow, this is quite surprising.
Yeah, this is strange.
Yeah. Shout-outs to Ziggy. He is a multi-role talent. He just got back from competing at DreamHack Montreal in StarCraft 2, came back, cast in StarCraft 1. Now he's playing StarCraft 1, does it all.
Yeah, now just to quickly go through Desperado, main map feature that matters is the mains have 2 gases, and the natural has 0 gases. So we saw how that played out in our last series. So let's see how it's going to play out here as we get into game number 3. It's Ziggy versus Oya. Okay, starting us off here in the top left-hand position, we do have the blue Protoss fighting for iRk. It's Oyaji.
And his opponent, in the brown, playing Terran. is the multi-role talent Ziggy playing for NetWars.
Now, Ziggy's not played too many games for NetWars in STPL, and I don't think he's like when you think of the Polish Terrans, like, I wouldn't put Ziggy, like, up there at the top, but he is still a very good player, so I'm going to be kind of interested to see how this game is actually going to play out, because we've seen Ziggy in the past, and he's not been adverse to going aggressive, but they're in cross positions on Desperado. It's going to be very difficult to be aggressive here.
Yeah, I mean, this map is already kind of, I don't want to say built for turtling, but I don't expect to see the... Got him. Nice. I don't expect to see the shortest games on this map. Obviously, especially cross positions, going to make it a little bit more difficult. The most important thing I always watch for on this map is whether or not you or I die first, Kicks.
Well, I'm the one in the bottom left. Wait, am I the bottom left or the bottom right? I can't remember.
There's actually... Yeah,
there's
there's
four
actually
of
four,
them.
but... Yeah.
Yeah, this is Doc and Nyoken. I've decided that now. Nyoken's top right, Doc's top left, so...
Okay, so we're the ones down at the bottom.
Yeah. So, I think the one in the bottom left will probably be safe, but still, Oya is going for a proxy here, I think. Maybe not. Okay, he's just going to scout. I thought he was going to put, like, a pylon in there and then just go for a robo and just be like, yeah, that's what we do in this game. We're just going to kill him with REAVERS. Like, REAVERS are really strong on this map.
Oh yeah, no question. Well, REAVERS shuttle anything that gets you out there on the map very quickly. So it's just gonna be fantastic. I love it. I want to see more double gas openers. Obviously, probably no people have those builds, but you know they're out there. We just haven't seen them yet.
The funny thing is, I think it's actually kind of hard to make a double gas opener work like super early.
Yeah.
Like I think the race that will make use of it most is going to be Zerg. Like 2-hatch Muta with 2 gas and 1 base is incredibly good. But like,
oh yeah,
Protoss and Terran, like you don't really have enough workers to really support the 2 gases right away. But obviously, you can go for like quick attack, especially as Protoss. Like maybe you build the assimilator, mine some gas, and then stop. Like DT or Templar tech rushing on this should be pretty good.
Yeah, agree. I just want to see it in action. That's my point.
Yeah.
So the Pro Marino got in, scouted a little bit, and then had to, make his hasty exit. Now he is just scouting the rest of the map to make sure that there's no crazy proxies or shenanigans like that. And what is the way of the world here? Natural coming down for our Protoss players. So once again, we're seeing a very fast Terran expand. Uh-oh.
Now, Reaver or Templar? What would you say, Rapid?
I would say Reaver. I think Reaver is pretty good.
See, now this is looking back a bit, but the last time I really remember vividly Oya's game, he proxy DT'd against Scan. Now I'm gonna click this. 50-50 chance, I'm saying Citadel, you're saying Reaver. It's a gateway.
Wait, what? Okay.
Maybe he's going 4-gate. He's just gonna bust through the front because... If you think about it, Ziggy, he's only now just getting his factory. Like, he went for a really, really quick expansion. And necessarily, I'm not really sure why, but you know what? It allows you to secure this lower ground. I'm just not sure if he can deal with this aggression. Like, this is 4 gateways.
That is quite... That's a high number of gateways. 4 is more than 3 kicks, but it's not just one more. It's one more, and then one more, and then one more. And here we go. And there's a StarCraft 2 4-gate where you just proxy a pylon and build 4 gateways around it. It's fantastic. Yeah. But this kind of reminds me a little bit of that. And Oya is not new to this. He is very well practiced. And for Ziggy, I mean, he splits his time away to multiple passions. Did that Marine just kill a Dragoon? Ugh, disgusting.
Yeah, but the Dragoon was in the base forever, so... And there's
hey, still disgusting.
Okay, well there's 3 Dragoons heading over the map. And the add-on's not even done. He's going Academy Armory. He's got no tank, and he's got no siege mode. And there's no SCVs ready to repair this bunker. Like, I hate to say this, but I think we're going to get struck by the 6-minute curse here, Rapid. I don't think that Ziggy can do anything.
If you guys are STPL subscribers, then you too can help us illustrate the STPL 6-minute curse, which is us watching games that end in 6 minutes over and over again. Except in game 1, it was basically the anti 6-minute curse.
Yeah.
Because the games all took like 35 minutes.
Oh my god,
But
there's
yeah, now
so
he's
many
gonna have
Dragoons here already.
5. Siege mode is only halfway done. And wait until these next few Dragoons pop out. He's got another couple about to rally in. Now he's
Oh,
gonna,
the
he's gonna dive
tank!
on the tank. Yeah, 1 shot, 2 shots, 3 shots, 4. It goes
Ah,
down.
that's it.
They're gonna run by the bunker to the high ground, and goodbye.
We've got 5
Moonman.
seconds. If he doesn't get out within 3 seconds, the 6-minute curse activates. I think this is gonna be it.
Uh-oh.
Ziggy's trying to hold on. Like, if he can trap the Dragoons, the SCVs do take a long time to die, but it's so hard to catch the Dragoons, and he still doesn't have another tank. And there's 4 Dragoons coming in at a time now.
Yeah, and the Dragoons are not even close to dying here. To the
Yeah,
SCVs.
GG. 6
That's
minute
gonna do it.
curse.
Oh well, that's quite the tragedy there. But hey, Oya, great, play. It's the first aggressive move that we've seen. I just talked about us not seeing aggression on this map, and there it is.
Yeah.
So, Oya making it happen. Another STPL 6-minute curse. Congratulations to iRk as they take that win away from NetWars.
Yeah, so we're going to get into game number 3. One thing I will just point out, I've completely forgotten to say, there is a coupon code for STPL Season 2. We've actually got 200 overall. They are worth 50 cents now. They've changed the way the coupon codes work. But if you put LSTPL, standing for the Liquipedia STPL, obviously our wonderful sponsor putting $500 towards the initial prize pool, you should support Liquipedia by helping out with the Liquipedia Brood War section, guys. We need more people working on it because Liquipedia is so important. But it is LSTPL. You can put that in to add 50 cents to the prize pool, and we'll be back in a few minutes with game number 4. Yep, that's me. You're probably wondering how I ended up in this situation. Well, I was playing an EGM fight night, and it just so happens in round 1 I played up against Terra. I've always said that I have bad micro, but this was on another level. StarCraft released 20 years. Ah! Okay guys, welcome back. We're here for game number 4 between iRk and NetWars. We've had some insanely long series. The last game was the shortest one we've had at 6 minutes 20 seconds. But we're going to go... I guess this would be kind of like the fan favorite match out of all of them, because it's two of the biggest names in the Brood War foreign scene right now. And let's get started by introducing the first one. I'll introduce him. It's going to be Mr. DeWalt. Now, DeWalt, one of the best foreign players at the moment, arguably one of the best foreign Protoss players of all time in terms of actual skill level. Obviously, you've got someone like Elky who actually won an OSL, but that was a long time ago.
No. Elky didn't win the OSL. It was Guillaume.
Oh, wait, it was Gur. Yeah,
Gur won the OSL. Elky kept trying. Elky actually did pretty well, but he was... by then, Koreans had really figured out how to just completely dominate. And then Slayer went over there and just kicked them all in the balls. But so yeah, Elky was very good. Who are the other best foreign Protoss players of all time?
Well,
some of you OGs in the chat can drop some.
Elky wasn't Protoss, apparently. That's my bad. I just assumed he was Protoss in my head for some reason.
All those French players play Protoss, right?
Yeah.
I think
apart from Kenzie.
Legionnaire was one of them. Was Nazgul real? I guess Nazgul was pretty good when he was playing. He was no joke back in the way early days, but that was a long time ago.
Draco, White Ra. I think Draco.
Yeah.
I mean, Draco beat Fantasy. I've got the replay from that. That was a crazy game.
Draco's just one of the best players, ever. Even if you consider Koreans, obviously he's not up to Bisu level, but he's still very good back when he was playing a ton. Was LX actually really that good? I thought PJ was legit. PJ was the truth, but LX, I never got to watch him play, obviously, because the only experience I have with watching LX, or I think his name was Legend, play, is watching him at Corsair Cup where Larva beat him with his feet. So, yikes.
Yeah.
Anyway, neither here nor there. We're talking about the players. We got DeWalt versus my man, Mr. Zero, and I have to call him Mr. Zero because he does this thing where he calls everybody Mister, except for me, because I went to his wedding, and so now I'm just Rapid or just Reed, except that he says it Raid. Anyway, I'm not. He's the nicest
Raid.
guy you'll ever meet. He's fantastic. He casts. He runs tournaments. He, by the way, has a real job. He just got married. He's just doing it all. I feel like I'm wasting every second of my life because I can't do as many things as Zero does. He runs the BSL, which is the next biggest StarCraft 1 tournament outside of Korea, and he's also pretty bad asset at StarCraft 1 as well.
Yeah. So let's have a look at our fourth map. We saw a PvZ on this before. It's going to be Neo Outlier. We saw LML take down Art of Turtle in an incredibly long game, which had a ton of drops everywhere. We've just had some crazy games. If you did miss the first series, I won't spoil the results. You should check out the VOD after the cast. The YouTube VOD will probably have to go up tomorrow though, because it's getting quite late here in the UK and I do have work tomorrow, so hopefully no one from work is watching this right now. But it's an amazing map for PvZ. Looking forward to it. Let's get into the game as we start. DeWalt versus Zero. Okay, starting off in the 12 o'clock position, we do have our Brown Zerg fighting for NetWars. He needs to get NetWars tag. It is Zero.
Fighting for BSL. Yeah, his opponent, the bottom right-hand corner of Outlier, is our malachite colored, or teal, whatever, our seafoam green Protoss player, DeWalt, playing for iRk. So there's this Russian pro team that actually used to have, I think, who's the Russian Terran player I'm thinking of? The old school Russian Terran player. Plays some StarCraft 2 now.
Bratok?
Yeah, Braddock. So I think Braddock used to be on this old Russian team called ROX. And it's ROX, and it stands for Radical Online Extremists. And I'm like,
That's
whoa!
a really dodgy name. Wow.
Yes, extremely. But they're still very popular in Russia right now. They're still one of the bigger teams. But every time I say iRk, I think that it stands for like something similar, and I'm like, no, that's not what iRk stands for either. iRk has got to be one of the weirdest 3-letter acronyms out there.
Yeah, I think it's because it's like some Swedish word, and I know Aggie
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
explained it to me at some point, but I've forgotten.
I blame Age for coming up with this, but it is fantastic.
Yeah, inte riktigt klocka.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, it means that's not a good idea, right? Or oh yeah, not a good idea, not really wise, not really sane, not really smart, something like that.
But it's
So
better.
basically,
I'll let you finish.
when you know you've been hard countered and you still do the build anyway, there it is.
Well, it's better than the thing for red is like Rastia Erdododl or something, and it's not a word I want to repeat in English.
Yeah, but basically it's their logo.
Yeah. Well, no, that's just a face, right? That's just a guy.
Oh yeah, it
glasses.
is actually just a guy. It's just a guy. I mean, some people have different facial features. Just let's not hate, okay? Anyway, back to the matter at hand. We've got Zero versus DeWalt. We expect great things from DeWalt because he is a great player, but Zero's a little bit like Shine in that you don't expect him to win, but when he does, sometimes it's in weird ways. Let's find out what he's got going on here. Only one hatchery right now. Usually you expect to see some 3-hatch to 5-hatch kind of style, but if you pick off the probe early, then it's a dark, scary world for Mr. Protoss out there.
Yeah, and the thing is, he's up against DeWalt, who has some of the best probe micro outside of Korea, so it's going to be difficult, especially for Zero to get this probe, and you can already see DeWalt's running around like a crazy person right now. You could almost say he's not really sane.
Yes, that's a a great tie-in. So pushing out the probe here, very important. Oh, he's going to try to get it back in. Man, DeWalt's probes are so scary. But now we get a chance to see if, in fact, this is going to be some sort of 2-hatch muta build or something crazy like that.
Well, there's an incredibly aggressive 3rd hatchery going down right now, so it's definitely not going to be mutas.
Dude, 3-hatch muta? 3-hatch muta, though? You feeling me? No.
We saw it with Babo, and I mean, Zero did see Babo's games in BSL before he played this, because this game was played yesterday, so maybe he's going to take a bit out of Babo's book, but luckily enough for DeWalt, he's not relying on just one cannon. He actually already has 2 cannons built. So important.
Yeah, I love Protoss players that aren't... I call them out all the time, these single cannon Protoss players. They're just like, well, I'll be able to hold with my 1 cannon. And then they get like ling flooded and their probes can't hold and lose. And okay, well,
oh, apologies.
Obviously you cannot.
This game was played a week ago. It looks like they pre-played. Thank you, Aggie.
Aha.
Now, we're going to see DeWalt skip a probe through. That's how you do it with a pylon. We saw a Terran do it with a supply depot earlier, and now we get to see the probe doing it. So you essentially just put the pylon behind the probe, and it kind of pushes it through the minerals. So that's a good way DeWalt is going to be able to go for a scout. You can also hide a base by doing this, but the scout is much more important for DeWalt right now, because he just doesn't know what's going on. It looks like Zero is just going to play straight up, though. He's adding his 4th hatchery. He's got this 3rd base. Yep. It is quite far away from DeWalt, so... Oh, this could be a little bit harder to break through this side.
Yeah, I wish the 5th hatchery come down here pretty soon, but...
He's struggling. He's trying to get the probes through.
I believe... Oh, got it!
There we go. And now he can just cancel the pylon.
No, he's going to leave the pylon up and build a gateway in the back of his base.
Oh my goodness, he actually is as well, isn't he? He's actually going to do that, Rapid. You're a god.
Okay, but he has to do it so that it doesn't trap the unit, because this is so easy to do, where you build the building and the unit pops out and it gets trapped against the wall in some weird way. But yeah, he did that correctly.
He's going to build a DT in his main. There's no overlords anywhere near this main. The overlord at the natural is flying away as well. 5th hatchery going up. Oh no, this is 6-minute curse territory right here if DT's built a little bit quicker. And one thing, in case I know there is a lot of people watching this today, maybe if you haven't seen much of StarCraft Remastered before, if a DT kills a worker, a drone or probe especially, they do not make an alert, so you do not know your drones are dying until you look and they're all already dead. So it's difficult, man. DTs are good units.
Quite. They're especially good units when they are built in the back of your opponent's base.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's going to wait for 2. This is so dirty. Oh,
Waiting
disgusting.
for 2 feels a little bit not useful. Like, I don't know.
Right.
Just going for 1 just seems like he'll just kill all the drones anyway. So...
Yep. You are correct. And so, of course, he is going to go. If you wait for 2, that's the really greedy play, and then you just kill him. But obviously, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Zero hasn't noticed either. 5.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, Astros. 7.
Oh my goodness. Poor Zero. His lair just finished as well, so he's probably going to look back. The Hydras are trying to... Whoa! How's he got... Okay, unfortunately, Rapid, you have turned into a robot for just the moment, so, looks like Zero's just noticed his drones are dead. Oh my god, a second DT's going in. He's gonna try and snipe the spawning pool. There's no Overlord anywhere near here. Looks like Rapid is trying to rejoin the call right now, so hopefully he'll be back in just a second. That's a lot better.
Okay, alright, switch servers for a second. But yes, I was just gonna comment on the same thing. He's gonna lose the spawning pool, too.
Oh, and there's more... Oh,
50 HP.
But the other DT's in here. He can just go. He's even killing the temple. He's like, you know what, Zero, I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna give you a path back to your other. Oh, there it goes. Third DT in the main. Like Zero is in so much trouble. Like the wall is just so good at PvZ.
There's almost no way to come back from this.
Oh, he's gonna get 3 more drones. 4 even.
1, 2, 3. Oh yeah, gets 3. Wow. Okay, so Zero doesn't have a main base. He's just chilling right now, you know?
Yeah, and I mean the gateway is still there. It's finally been scouted, but he's gonna be like, "Oh my god, how did I not see this?" Yeah. Maybe it would have been better if he hadn't seen that. Like, maybe he's just like, oh wow, he's doing a really good job shuttling in DTs. Oh, if only I'd have seen the shuttle.
Maybe you, like, glitched the DT through or something.
Yeah, I mean, when you get to like the 4th DT in your main, you got to think that something weird is going on. But look at the Zealot timing attack. Storm should be finished. There's 2 storms. Oh my goodness, this is just too much. DeWalt is too good.
He did a really good job dodging, and he stormed his own Zealots. So, I mean, he's catching a little bit of a break, but the DT's killing more drones.
Wait, is there another DT? Oh.
Yeah, it's in the back.
20 kills.
Yikes.
That guy's going back to IRK hero. Oh, and there's another DT in the main as well, because the gateway's still alive.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He didn't kill the gateway.
Oh, well, and now this unit's coming into the 3rd base. There is a few Hydras down here, though. But +1 is finished.
He actually has a billion Hydras about to pop from this base specifically, so this actually shouldn't deal that much damage. He's going to kill a few Hydras and stuff, but eventually all these Hydras will pop.
Yeah, and there's no Hydras in his natural, and there's a train of Zealots going in. There's a DT in the main once again. 2 gas drones go down. I mean, DeWalt is just pulling Zero apart here. Zero is such a good Zerg player as well, and it just feels like he just has no answer to what DeWalt's throwing at him.
Yeah, this is, I mean, this is kind of what we expected. There's a little bit of a class difference. Like DeWalt is very, very good, and Zero obviously does a million things, but he's more of a jack of all trades. If I had to characterize him. And so now Zero's finally starting to pull the trigger and try to get something done across the map, but he pulls back because he knows he's being attacked and needs to get back at home to stay alive.
Oh, DeWalt flubbed the
storms, though.
Well, Zero run back into 1, so that kind of worked out. There's a DT in the main again. There's now 2 DTs in the main. There's more Zealots, I think, than Hydras defending this base right now. So GG, Zero taps out, and DeWalt is going to take us to an ace match.
Yeah, DeWalt bringing it back. So we're going all the way to 5 games, which still won't be as long as our first series, guys. So
yeah, well, we could have a 3-hour game. Don't tempt fate, Rapid.
No, Kicks. I disagree.
Okay.
When I hear 3-hour games, I think no. When I hear 6-minute curse, I think yes.
Well, okay, I'm going to leave it up to chat to decide who they think is going to be playing in the ace match. Obviously, me and Rapid already know, but we'll see you guys in just a couple of minutes. It won't be a long break, guys, so don't worry. Neo Arkanoid also makes its appearance in STPL Season 2, a map from 2006. It's from the OGN Star League from back then, one of the early OSLs. And it's a semi-island map. I think one of the first of its kind that got major use after about the year 2004. It's one of a kind. I don't think I've ever seen another map like it. There's temples and power generators absolutely everywhere, making it very difficult to get through the middle of the map. The air units, of course, going to be very important here. The one problem all three races are going to have is they're very easy to take second and third bases. They both have gas, but they are blocked by those chrysalises, so it makes it important to build a few aggressive units early on in order to get that second and third gas as soon as you can. Important thing to note, if you do open up that center, the rush distance is very small. Okay guys, just while we wait for Rapid to get back from this short break, I would just like to point out and shout out as well to our sponsors, Liquipedia, for donating the $500 initial to the prize pool. That'll be added onto the total of Maturino. Now, speaking of Maturino, we do have 200 codes to be used, so hit that Maturino button, type in LSTPL as the coupon code to add 50 cents, and now it seems we have our fellow caster back, so we'll head back to the games. So let's quickly jump over. Also use it as a defensive position. Okay guys, welcome back. I was just explaining about the coupon code, but the cat winning the rat matchup, yeah, my cat's really good. Okay, let us introduce the players. So Whistler kind of cheated because he knows who played because he's on iRk, so I'm not going to give it to him. And TT1 kind of guessed because Whistler said, so I'm going to give it to him. But let's introduce the players quickly. Starting us off for iRk, it's going to be Marwin. Marwin kind of started as a lone player from IFU, and then he kind of became a mainstay of iRk's roster towards the end of Season 1, and he is a really powerful Ukrainian Terran player, so it's really cool to see him here. And he is up against the Polish powerhouse himself, STPL rank number 4. It is Koga. He's actually 4 for 1 against Terran, and he did beat Marwin previously.
Yeah, I think Kogut, it's like hard to send a better player from NetWars out. I mean, especially since Bonnet left. I'm like, well, you know, there's only so many good Polish players out there, but there are actually quite a few of them. The map is Neo Tornado.
Yep, New Tornado.
What a map.
Is a really cool map for TVT as well. It's very easy to split down the middle. There are those small little choke points on the high grounds which make it very difficult to move the units around. So I'm just gonna get straight into this game. It's midnight in the UK, so if we have a 2-hour-long TVT, that's gonna be an interesting day for me tomorrow. But there's always the chance the 6-minute curse will ruin. Well, not ruin, but like 6-minute games are not very fun. So let's get into the game and let's see what's going to happen as we head into this ace match. Okay, starting us off in the 12 o'clock position, it's iRk's player Marwin, fighting in the purple.
And his opponent, one of the best Polish players right now, playing in blue, is Terran. It's Kogut. Playing for NetWars, of course.
Now, I'd just like to say I know Age is going now as the ace match starts, but I would like to point out he lives in Sweden where it's now 1 AM, so don't take this as a spoiler that, oh, he's leaving, so I guess Net will win, or NetWars win even. I think it's more he is legitimately tired. I can feel that. And Sukhum Rapid, we're both equally tired now.
That is definitely true. Whew. Okay, well, we are about to get into our final game of the night, so big thanks to everybody for watching. Don't forget to use that coupon code LSTPL on Matcherino. You've got the link to that in the chat, or you can type !donate. And that's how you can do it. You can also follow the channel right above and follow STPL on Twitter at STPL TV. And then, of course, also STPL TV for all of the YouTube VODs if you missed any of the games from tonight.
Yeah. And also another quick shout out to our amazing sponsors at Liquipedia. They are donating towards the prize pool. There is going to be a bracket contest when we get into the playoff stage. That's going to be about 13 weeks away from now, but it's still going to be awesome for them to be supporting Brood War again. Obviously, Liquipedia started with Brood War, and it's certainly not going to end with Brood War either. So if you can contribute to Liquipedia in any way in terms of editing the wiki, it's going to be a huge help to everyone else who helps with wiki or with the wiki as well. So if you can, contribute.
Yikes. I mean, I'm just taking a look at the game, and I'm already seeing this. Look at this SCV micro. Oh, he was about to kill it. I'm just kidding. It looked a lot cooler than it was. But hey, we get a TBT, and I'm excited to see how long this can go. I want Kix to never go to bed, so he can feel like me when I cast STPL.
You know the crazy thing? Like, when I look back 16, 17 months ago, it's, oh my god, he gas stole. I didn't realize that was Kogut's gas. I just thought that was Marwin, but apparently not.
Well,
yeah.
Purple versus blue is like white versus yellow, or yellow versus orange. It's actually really hard to tell the difference. But
on
hey,
the minimap,
you
yeah.
did get the gas steal. So it's going to be much, much later.
Yeah, and you want to know what I was about to say before? Essentially, do you want to know how long I waited to see a TBT in STPL Season 1? I waited so long. And Season 2, Day 1, we've had 3 TBTs. This is the third one. That's crazy.
Crazy Kicks. Crazy.
TBT, though, definitely one of my favorite matchups. There's lots of variation in the builds you can do. Now, obviously, we did see both of them go for the same build. We did see Gas Steal, but it's kind of... Will we see Wraiths? Will we see Mass Dropships? Will we see Tank Goliath Wars? This is going to be kind of where we'll see the sort of foundation for that happening.
Yeah, that's actually a good way to put it. I'm trying to make it all historical. Okay, I can dig it. What are we doing here? Who's got more Marines? Oh, look, it's 2 versus 1. Oh, wait, what? No, how? It was
Marwin.
2 versus 2, and one of them won somehow.
Marwin used the SCV. The SCV was doing that. Nice aggression from Marwin here. I mean, his SCV micro is pretty amazing. So is his Marine micro. Look at this. There's going to be another dead Marine.
Yeah. I mean, it's still not actually dealing damage, but they're trading Marines pretty effectively. And this is really something cool that you can do. I haven't seen this in a while.
Yeah, and if you think that they're playing Ukraine to Poland as well, so they're probably on turn rate 24, which is really helping. Like, it's so difficult to do these kinds of crazy micro situations. Like, if he gets under that tree and uses the, like, mischance, I would just call Marwin a god here and then. Oh my god, is he? Oh my god!
Wow, he moved his Marine? What? Oh, he is going under the tree. He was for a second. Yeah, but now he's just going to straight up lose the Marine. So finally, Kogut has come out on top of the Marine Wars, but you usually don't see Terran players make that many Marines. This is such a cool move to do after the gas steal.
Yeah, this is coming back to that gas steal. I know TT1 said, and you just said as well, but I've been thinking it for the past few minutes. Like, essentially the gas steal meant that Marwin had to kind of do something, and building more Marines just kind of makes sense, because his factories were delayed, obviously any extra attack was delayed, and look at this!
Yeah.
He's got his Vulture first, and he's doing more damage.
Well, you say that. He still hasn't killed an STV yet, so...
Okay, but he's bruising them.
There we
both
go.
emotionally and physically. That's 2 dead, or
Aw.
3... 4 dead, no, 3. Okay. Oh, another Vulture coming in. Can he get a third SCV?
Oh, he's gonna get into the main, more importantly.
And he's
be
gonna
able to
scout the
delay
factory count.
Yeah?
And he's gonna see the
yeah,
armory as well. This is super important. Like, Marwin is making all the right
infinity
moves.
and beyond. This is gonna be. This is already dealing so much damage. Wow. What a monster! That's insane.
Now, Marwin is actually going 3 factory Goliath. Like, he is going to go for Goliath drops here. The starport is on the way. This isn't the most common build in TVT, because it does straight up lose to... Well, it doesn't straight up lose, but it makes it a big struggle against Siege Rush. But Koga isn't going for a Siege Rush here, I don't think. I believe he may have got Siege Mode already, but he's not aiming to end the game with this. I mean, he's going to try and put some pressure on, but against Goliath, it's going to be difficult. He's going to have to try and break up this ramp.
I mean, how? There's those chrysalises that are blocking it. So
Now, I'd just like to point out, I think Koga's actually making a mistake here. He's going into speed on his Vultures, but he doesn't really have any Vultures. He's got 1. Like, he's got 2 now. Like, I don't feel like this is really worth it. I think going for another upgrade would have been better.
Counter damage by just running them all the way into the main to kind of do the same thing. Speed obviously helps with that, but
look how many Goliaths this is, though. And he's got no siege mode still.
Yeah, he is doing this mass Goliath thing.
Mines are coming up
aren't
now.
really good against anything. I mean, they're good against dropships, so eventually when that happens, they'll be good against that. But nothing up until then.
Okay, I mean, Kogat's going to save his barracks. This is kind of important. He does have the 5 factories up already, or at least nearly done. I can't help but feel I've missed him researching Siege Mode, because he's still not got it. Like, he's not even attempting to get it either. I think he's just kind of massing Vultures now. So he's kind of making up for the fact he went for those early Vulture upgrades without having any, but we've already got the dropship out for Marwin. And when you get 4 Goliaths dropped in your main or in your natural when all you're building is Vultures, you're going to lose a lot of SCVs. I mean, luckily enough, he does have a good number of tanks, but even tanks struggle against Goliaths in big enough numbers.
Well, especially breaking up high ground with Goliaths on top of it, you're just not going to have a good time there. Whew. All right, well, what are we doing? For Kogut, his plan is finally getting Siege Mode, as well as faster upgrades. I really like that, because we did see that armory earlier. It just didn't really do much. So we're finally going to see a faster +1 from Kogut. If he can keep that upgrade advantage to +2, then, you know, obviously that's going to be pretty good.
Yeah, he's going for his own starport now.
Okay, I want to see what Marwin's doing with his starport. Did he actually make a dropship?
He did. Wait, he's not gone to drop yet. He's kind of keeping it defensively. Okay. I agree with this decision. Like, he noticed with his barracks, like, he can see that a Vulture was laying mines there, and he pulled it back a little bit. So dropping Goliath there is going to be a bit dangerous, and he's just playing... He's putting himself in a posture where Kogut isn't going to be able to use Vultures to do any damage. Oh, can he cancel this... Oh, yes, he can. Nice move. Just delays that CC just as much as possible.
Yeah, that's a really good pick-off. I mean, what else are you really going to do there? Oh, the other good thing about Goliath is that they're good against mines. So maybe that was kind of what he was thinking, is that if he has to run through a minefield, Goliaths are a pretty good way to do that.
Okay, so we've got Command Center coming up for Kogut as well. He's going to be able to catch up a little bit, just based on the fact he did delay that, but Kogut is already getting ready in one of the other mains with an SCV. This could just be to scout for dropships. Unfortunately, he's not going to see this one going into his main, but he's already got units back here to defend. He's playing very defensively, and that's a good choice. The science facility is coming up. +2 will start almost immediately,
Dropship
I would
coming
say.
In, though. Here comes a dropship into the back of Kogut's main. You don't want to drop off inside of the siege tank. So he's going to drop the rest of the Goliaths on top of the siege tank, which will die. That means that there's nothing back in the main to defend. There are a few spider mines, though. Oh, the pickup at the last second to dodge the mine hit. Oh.
Nice. There's a fourth
So
base coming up from Koget. Now, one thing that I remember Scan telling me once was when you're behind in TVT, you have to make a big play. Now, either that's you go all in, or you play super greedy and hope your opponent, like, you get away with it. And Marwin, unfortunately, well, at least Koget, unfortunately for Marwin, other way around, he's actually sent a SCV down already, so he may be able to see this. The dropship's coming back into the main. All the units have driven away.
Well, that was obviously not the right decision. There is a Wraith here, but unfortunately, Wraiths don't do that well against Goliaths.
Yeah, same with the Vultures.
Yeah, you're right. Are Goliaths just the best unit? I think so, Kix.
Okay, he does lose 2, and the dropship is going to go down now with good micro from Koget, so the Wraith is a good choice.
Not.
Oh wow, yeah, it gets away.
I think just drops the Goliath to defend it if he wants to.
Okay, these tanks are kind of in a funny position. They're just out of vision range. Oh no, they can't see it. Killing this dropship would be really, really big. He should actually go to do that. Now, Marwin's actually got a really big army. His +1 isn't done yet. It's just finished there, so just as I clicked away. And Koget has actually got a relatively good position on the map, but he doesn't have that many units there yet. He's been relying a lot on mines to try and keep Marwin back. But this map is slowly but surely getting split in half. But you can already see Marwin pushing through.
If you get to that kind of position, I'd be impressed, because it certainly seemed to me like, you know, Marwin, even with the drops and stuff, is actually doing quite a good job.
Yeah, I mean, Koget's really close in supply still, but his tank count, it's so small comparatively. Like, he needs to get some really good trades. Whether he can do that or not is obviously the big question. And so far, Marwin is just dominating his way through here.
Ah, there we go.
I nearly said it wrong. It's 12
I'm glad
a.m.
you
man.
caught yourself, Kix. I know, I don't blame you. 2 a.m. is rough. Done it many times, Kix. Done it many times. Young grasshopper with these late night casts.
Okay, so the Wraith goes in, does lose its life, unfortunately. Funnily enough, this single tank at the back is kind of defending this base. But this is going to be one dead base again. But luckily enough, Koget took this base in the 6 o'clock position, so losing this gas isn't the end of the world for him.
Yeah, the 6 o'clock base is actually really, really good. And
oh, but there's so many units headed down here, though, and he's only got a single tank on this high ground. Like, I'm optimistic about defensive posturing in TVT, but yeah, that's going to be difficult.
Yeah, especially since he's not controlling the high ground. He pulled the tank back and it's just leaving it there. So that's going to die, and so will the 6 o'clock base.
I mean, does he even have any units he can send over there? He's slowly sieging his way through the middle of the map. The Goliaths have been cleared up, so he can clear this with Wraiths. That's actually an interesting problem. All the Goliaths are dead now, so oh, he really shouldn't be running the tanks through this. He needs to repair these again as well. But the 6 o'clock base, a lot of the SCVs have actually been transferred away, so they will get away from this. But it's going to be another possible dead CC. The Wraiths can't deal with it alone because the Goliaths are there. Yeah, things aren't looking too good for Koget right now. I mean, he's doing a relatively good job cleaning things up. But just look at the amount of units that Marwin has.
Oh, Marwin. Yeah, no, Marwin's not only going to kill this bottom base if he wants to, but he's also going to... Actually, wow, these tanks are...
Oh my god, is he going to save it? He needs to get an SCV down there right away.
100, 122, 121, 120, 119, 118, 117.
Okay, I'll keep an eye on that. I think he's going to let it die.
The SCVs are repairing the tanks instead.
Yeah, I don't think he's realized how low it is. Oh, the mine's going down in the siege line of Marwin. Marwin maybe being a little bit too aggressive here.
Oh, he's going to save it. He's going to save it. He lifted it. He realizes. Okay.
Yeah.
Whew.
Wow, Marwin just lost so many units. And the big story in this game is +2 is done for Koget. And +2 has only just started here for Marwin. This is why these trades are going so badly. Marwin's tanks only take 2 hits to kill Koget's right now. And that is such a huge advantage in TVT. And he's still not cleared up these tanks.
Well, also, Koget's starting to get what is so iconic for TBT, and that is a tank line. Not only protecting his 6 o'clock base, but he needs to extend this tank line through towards the middle of the map, because what it's going to come down to who can control these corner bases. And if you can take your opponent's corner base with a better tank line position, so good. But right now, Marwin's back at it again, trying to take out the 6 o'clock base. He's got more units down there, but a scan will actually see them coming on the high ground. And actually, with a good siege line here, Koget should be able to take this out.
Yeah, the trouble is, like, Koget is on the low ground, and obviously Vision is going to go to Marwin. The Wraiths are up in the top.
No.
Yeah, this is for
the
Oh my!
He's on high ground.
He scanned at the perfect time. That was so unbelievably lucky, but he does need to target fire. Okay, he loses the 4 tanks, but he will kill the 4 tanks from Marwin as well. They're trading so effectively right now, but Marwin is in such an amazing position. He's up 2 bases on Koget right now. Koget is only just now starting. Oh my god, his gas is going to burn down!
Are you... Oh my goodness.
Oh, and there's a dropship coming in from Marwin as well.
Uh-oh. Well, the siege tanks are sieging here, so at least the dropships can't drop in.
Oh, is he going to drop on
drop,
mines?
rather.
Oh dear. That was a bad drop.
Well, hey, the cloaked raids are going to take out the dropships, though, so that's actually kind of nifty. And with the cloaked raids shy a surprise, they're going to be able to break into the middle of the map, too.
Yep, obviously the Wraiths are really the only thing keeping Koget in this game right now. Killing those 2 dropships was massive. Marwin, I think he's just being too aggressive. Like, he's giving Koget a way back into this game. I mean, Koget was so far behind, and Marwin has just thrown away tank after tank. He's not really added any additional machine shops right now, which is... I mean, he needs to add them. He's got, I believe that's 6 gases now. No, 5, sorry. 5 gases. And when you've got this many gases, you need more tanks. Like, Goliaths, they're not that good. Like, they're going to help you a little bit with the Wraiths, but the main problem is Koget's tanks.
Yeah, no, now Koget not only has tanks, he's sieging down this 9 o'clock base, and the tanks from Marwin are stuck in the middle of the map.
Yep.
Which are totally useless. And, I mean, once these raids come in, even those 3 Goliaths are going to die pretty quickly. He's got like 9 cloaked raids here.
Yeah, now +2 is done for both players. Koget, obviously with the upgrade advantage, looks like he has got double armory, but he's only doing 1 upgrade right now. He did lose his 3rd gas for a long time, so it's a bit difficult. He's not actually mining from his 3rd gas yet. It's only just now starting. So his gas count is really struggling. And it looks like he must have lost the CC somehow in the top right, because all of a sudden, like, he's building another command center there. I think he must have flown it back and it died or something.
Something like that. I don't know. Well, anyway, hey, the CC's up in the top right, and that means that it's time. Start mining off of just crazy bases. This game could actually go the distance, Kick.
Yeah.
I know you want to go to bed, but
you know what? I could stay up for another 6 hours if we get to see a cool TVT. I'm in.
I mean, yeah, good TVTs are a little bit hard to find out there, and this map is very splittable. So I think that's just kind of what's going to happen. Both players are going to split the map, and I think that goes better for Koget, honestly. Not only does he have better upgrades, or at least faster upgrades, he just started ship plating and ship weapons.
This is Koget's big move. He's going to continue adding on his Wraiths. He's adding on another starport. He's obviously I'm so confused why Koget didn't take this base sooner, though. Like, he could have had this a long time ago. He's had an SCV there forever as well. I think he's just trying to secure the other main. But it looks like Marwin was going for his own Wraith switch here, but just not enough. The Valkyries are coming.
5 starports. And yeah, Valkyries will be able to deal with this. My problem is, where's my BCs, okay? My cattle bruisers. They got to get out here.
I think BCs are going to be a little bit away. I think both of them are going to stay on Wraiths for a while. Obviously, losing one of the Valkyries there is a pretty big deal, but he's pushing into +3 tanks without sieging. It's very, very... Oh my god, the mine going down there as well. That's huge.
Yeah, it definitely could have been tragic there, but it's actually not. I mean, there's a mine blocking the bottom left expand, but that should be cleared out here pretty soon. The Wraith count is way higher for Koget. So he is just really, really killing it. He doesn't have cloak energy anymore because they're just coming down off of that cloak. And so now it's going to be about who can control the middle of the map.
Yeah, it's also going to be about who is going to mine out first. Now, Marwin obviously secured his bases a lot sooner, so his mineral bank is a lot higher. But this means as time goes on, those bases are going to dry up, and even his gases are going to start to dry up. This is when, in TVT, you need to start trading incredibly efficiently. If you suddenly throw away 20 wraiths or something, you've got, like, if Koga, even though he's in such a good position now, loses all these wraiths suddenly, he's going to be behind, so he needs to be very careful. He needs to start repairing them as well. Oh, the Valkyrie!
Yeah. Oh, here we go! The Valkyrie, is it going to be the game changer there? No,
all these wraiths are so weak!
Yeah, actually Koga losing that Wraith War pretty heavily.
Yeah, he didn't repair the wraiths after the last engagement, and yeah, he's got another 6 on the way. I mean, let's count the starports actually. I think it may just be 3 for Koga. But as you pointed out before, Marwin's got 5 starports, possibly, yeah, 6 starports, all pumping wraiths, so as long as he keeps trading effectively, like, there's going to be no way Koga is going to be able to win the Wraith War. Okay, I can't say that. The Wraith War. There we go.
Yeah, that's a tricky one there, Kicks. Yikes. But both players are still just maxing on Rays. But you're right, that heavy commitment to 5. Oh, he's going to catch them uncloaked. Oh, he could catch them uncloaked. No, he's not going to. Never mind.
Yep.
The missed opportunity by Koga in the middle of the map. But he does need to start repairing those. I think that's a great way to get some pretty decent value. Because you just need Rays a lot, all the time, everywhere. But I do love this switch. And finally, the physics lab coming down for Koga.
It's interesting that Koga's going for this first. I mean, I guess he feels like he needs to make something happen. Like, tech is another big option you've got. But when you're losing the Wraith War, like, suddenly switching into BCs, if they catch your BCs with all their Wraiths, you just lose the game. But we can see Koga is trying to push through the middle. Marwin's got 3 tanks on the high ground. He's coming in for the pincer, as Koga made a massive error here.
I mean, this is a huge blunder. He thinks he can use the Wraiths, but no, it's the Wraiths that are being used against him. How the tides of battle have turned. Kicks. Koga takes a big loss trying to make a push into the natural.
Yeah, and 1-1 is done. Ship weapons for both players right now. Koga hasn't actually gone for 2-2. I wonder if Marwin has. No, it looks like Marwin hasn't either. So I guess we're in a situation where neither player is going to have an upgrade advantage, but Koga going BCs now, I don't think he can sustain it. Like, he's just lost the vast majority of his tanks. Marwin's going to be able to push through the middle here if he wants to and take down the bottom bases. Although he's pushing the wrong way, I'd say.
Yeah, he is actually pushing the wrong way. I expected him to, you know, 1-800-CA. Did you ever get the Carrot Top CALLATT ads? Well, his big slogan was dial down the middle, because you can dial CALLATT right down the middle. So I always want to say that the player needs to just dial it down the middle, head straight down to the southern bases. They're totally undefended. They are supple and ripe for the picking. Just go south.
All I'm going to say is, just while we've got a little bit of a lull in the action, like, those American ads always confuse me, because on British telephones you couldn't dial letters. Like, that wasn't really a thing. So, like,
yeah, but the letters are the numbers.
Yeah, but I didn't know that. So whenever I saw, like, American ads on, like, Sky or something, I'd be like, what?
They can dial letters? Why would you put letters on phones? Phones are for numbers, Kicks.
They are. I don't get it, but we can see that Marwin is setting up a strong defensive position here. To be honest, I'm not sure why he's bothering. He should just go back on the high ground. He's not really securing any additional land here, but Marwin's got a good position in the middle of the map. Koga starting to go into his units. Let's see.
Oh no, here we go. Look at all these raids. Oh my god. Okay, he's gonna pull back. Never mind.
That's a lot of turrets. Like, you need like 3 control groups of wraiths before you can effectively fly into 3 turrets, and that sounds so stupid, but you need to like one-shot the turrets, otherwise it's a little bit dangerous. But the map is split entirely within the middle. Obviously Marwin is spending a lot more. Marwin has played so sensibly that he has an 8k bank. Like, Koga is spending every little bit of money he's got, and here we are, the cattle bruisers right here.
I can't wait until all the raids fly on top of each other. And not only are, like, they all cloaked so we can't see them, but also if you have, like, protanopia or something, like the color blindness that can't see red, they both look exactly the same anyway. So, like, you're just actually not going to be able to tell what's happening. Everything's just going to shoot everything, and something's going to explode.
Now, one thing I'd like to just point out as well, look at the minerals on Kogat's base. So Kogat's third, it still has minerals. It's still, well, it's nearly out of gas now. The base for Marwin is completely gone. The fourth base of Marwin is actually... Oh, I think he took the other main as the fourth base. So things aren't looking too bad, but just look at the amount of raids here, Rapid. This is nearly 3 control groups, I think. Oh, and he's trading away SCVs.
I mean, you have to at this point. You're back and you need more raids. Like, having one less wraith is like having infinite less raids. It's just, doesn't matter. Maybe you could use your SCVs more effectively, like, I don't know, drop them somewhere, be annoying, but you just need to get rid of those guys.
Okay, Marwin, I think, should push in now. He's at 2-2 air weapons, and Kogat's a long way off, so I believe, like, he should just take the race and try and find the BCs. He scanned the physics lab before, I believe, so this is the moment when you just go in.
Well, Marwin just finished the physics lab of his own, and he's adding on his 8th and 9th starports. So, wait, let me count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... okay, so he's, 6th and 7th starports. I was a little bit ahead of myself there, but let's take a look. Look at these SCVs. This is what I was talking about. They're actually doing a really good job kind of scouting, but the Wraith RB for Marwin is gigantic. And actually, Colossus Reactor, nice. I would want to see Kogat go back into Valkyries. I mean, at this point, you're just going to get value.
Yeah, I mean, Valkyries are going to be so important in this fight. Like, I even saw a game from, like, 2007 the other day. It was, like, this 50-minute TVT between Hwasun and someone. And it was mass BC against mass Wraith. But there was, like, 3 Valkyries and they just killed everything. Like, I mean, the battle cruisers do enough damage on their own, but here we can see the cloak is coming in. Scans just going around everywhere for both players, trying to find out what's going on. This is peak TVT when the map's split directly in the middle, and then they're just trying to find an opening. And I feel like Marwin is almost waiting a little bit too long.
Yeah, he is definitely giving Kogat time to get the perfect composition. And actually, Marwin's down 20 supply. I'm not sure where that came, but here we go.
It was all
Moving in the
SCVs.
race. He's trying to snipe all the battle cruisers. He's going to get 1. He's going to get 2. He's going to get 3 battle cruisers. He's going to take out all of the BCs.
That's so huge.
Move by Marwin.
Yeah, they all had nearly full energy as well, so that was a Yamato on all of them. And that's a massively important spell in TVT. Like, imagine if it Yamato'd those 2 tanks. Suddenly, all of Kogat's tanks down here push forward, and they take out a base.
That's 30 supply of BCs that just died there. I think that was 5 to 7 BCs that just got one shot. So, I mean, obviously both players are building them back 5 or 6 at a time, which is crazy. But now they just don't exist anymore. And there's still infinity raids. This is like way too many raids to count. I don't even know. Every time I count 1, there's 2 more. So,
yeah.
Oof.
Kogat's adding on up to 8 starports as well now. Looks like we do have 3-3 air weapons and plating almost done here for Marwin. And I don't think Kogat can afford it right now. Yeah, he's not even upgrading it. When it comes to BCs, like, the upgrades are so unbelievably important. Like, in an air versus air battle, upgrades are everything.
Let me, something's not making sense. Why does Kogat have 1 billion gas and Marwin has none?
Marwin's building like 8 BCs at a time, man. That's why.
Yeah, but like also his, I don't think his gases are... Oh, he actually has like 8 SCVs on gas in his 9 o'clock phase.
Okay, Marwin has just cleaned up so many tanks of Kogat's here in the middle of the map. Kogat tried to make that move happen, but because he didn't have those Yamatos, like, it just didn't work. But look how many turrets there are from Kogat. Like, Kogat is perma-broke on minerals because he's built so many turrets everywhere. But Marwin, let's check his gases. So he's got 1,200 here, 3,000 here. That's depleted. Now, these bases are smaller, But to have them depleted that quickly for Marwyn is kind of insane.
Oh, definitely. But I think gas is going to define the rest of this game, right? I mean, obviously you will need minerals, and you can still mine gas geysers depleted, but I think this is going to be better for Kogut, right? Kogut has more minerals. He's got more mining bases.
It all comes down to the big air fight here, because if Marwyn can get like the perfect engagement, I mean, we're at 7. If you think about it, 7 BCs for Kogut. He was building off of 3 starports. Marwyn is building 8 BCs at a time. And oh my god, he's going for a snipe. Here we go. Can he get many of them? He gets 1. But this... Oh my god, the Wraiths are all dying. He only gets 2 of the BCs.
Uh-oh, I think that might have been it. The BCs needed to be reset, and now actually the Wraith count for Marwyn is 0, right? Marwyn does not have any more Wraiths.
Yeah, I mean, he does need to just build BCs, and he is adding on another... He actually can't afford all the BCs at once. He doesn't have enough gas, so...
Marwyn has 10k minerals and 3k gas. That's not quite the ratio you're looking for, you know?
But look at the BC count. There's 8 already. There's another 6 building at the moment.
Jeez Louise. But, you know, it's not all about BCs.
Oh,
Science
EMP.
vessels are super important, and so EMP is going to be the big factor. That's why we see it researching by Kogut.
And Kogut's going mass Wraith.
EMP. Oh, yeah, so it's going to be Wraith Science Vessel with a little bit of BCs versus almost pure BC from Marwyn.
Thing is, Marwyn is going to have turrets, he's going to have Goliaths. Like, he doesn't need to push with the BCs. Like, eventually, he's going to have to make a switch on the ground back to Vultures. But look, we're going to see some Yamatos coming in here, I think. He's got enough energy. This is actually really hard to Yamato. Like, here we go. Can he make it happen? Yamato! He does it! There we go! That's value. It's free real estate.
Yeah? The tomato cannons really kicking in there. I think the biggest thing for me is the opportunity cost, because yeah, energy is infinite, you know, but it, you know, you don't get it all at once. You've got to like bide your time. So now that he's used all that energy, Kogut knows there's no more Yamato that he has to worry about, the counter Yamato, you know? Maybe there's a few, but actually, wow, there's actually quite a bit. Never mind. Belay that order. There's actually 15 battlecruisers.
Yeah, he needs to make sure he doesn't get EMP'd, though. If he gets EMP'd, that resets everything.
Keep in mind, it's 2-2 versus 3-3 air, and 3-3 is only halfway done for Kogut, so he really cannot fight this. The longer this game goes on, the better it is for Kogut, because he does need time to get that those upgrades.
I would say it's actually better for Marwyn, because the problem, like, this is a really interesting thing with TVT, and I mean, I'm a lower level Terran, but whenever you see these kinds of games, even at the pro level, like, Wraiths are kind of like a one-shot hope. Like, we saw it with Marwyn before. He tried to fly in to kill all the BCs, and all the Wraiths died. And he killed 1 BC or something. Like, if Kogut can't... Oh, here we go, another Yamato. Oh, and he gets it off before it dies. Nice. He's going to push forward. He's got no ground units up on this high ground anymore.
Oh my god, really? Oh,
yeah.
He's gonna get the science vessel too.
Oh,
my god,
that's massive.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, this is where the raids could come in.
Oh, the vessel's going around for the BCs.
All right, is it gonna get it? Are they gonna get them?
EMP.
Yeah. Oh, look at this.
Oh!
That got almost all the BCs. I
All
think
but
there's
one.
one Yamato in all of them. What a god. That is the sickest move.
But all of the turrets have been cleared. He can push up onto the high ground with his tanks now. And Kogut, who doesn't have any minerals, can't replenish his army very easily. It's not like he's Protoss. He doesn't have something like a Templar.
Kogut does have a lot of mineral patches. He just doesn't have very many SCVs mining them.
Yeah.
He could add on an easy 20 SCVs and actually saturate all these mineral.
Oh, here we go. It's going to be BC versus BT. Yamato! Oh my god.
Kamehameha! Here come the Cloaked Rays in. They're trying to snipe all the BCs. I actually think these Cloaked Rays are going to deal insane amounts of damage here. They're actually starting to whittle down the battlecruiser count. He's going to kill all the battlecruisers with Cloaked Rays.
Oh my god, this is huge. Marwyn took the worst possible engagement there. Kogut with some amazing Yamatos popping in. Oh, that is very, very bad for Marwyn. Marwyn, is going to be depleting his gases soon. He is going to be mining... How many bases does he have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to be mining 6 gas per trip across 6 bases soon.
No, it's 2. Don't you mine 2 gas? On
Oh, I thought it was
geysers?
1. Sorry, my bad.
Is it 1 or 2?
So
I
it'll be
thought it was
12.
2.
It'll be 12 then. You can't
Okay,
check,
somebody
can
can
you?
tell me if it's 1 or 2 on depleted geysers, but I believe it's 2. I could be totally stupid and wrong at that. I don't mind for too many depleted geysers, guys. Yeah, I thought it was 2. Okay, so yeah,
Okay.
12 gas costs 6 bases, but
Oh,
yeah.
Yamato on the
Anyway,
tanks again.
So that was a big move because now the one difference between these two players is that Koget has a massive supply of raids. Let me just check this. He's got what is this?
Marwin's going for the
about
triple
A
Yamato,
little
but
over a supply group, but here we go. More Yamatos coming in for Koget, obviously, because he A has more battle cruisers and B has more energy because he didn't get them
BMP'd.
depleted. Oh, 6 depleted gases, 1.5 regular gases. Yeah, wow, that's one way to look at it. So Marwin's still in a okay position economically, but he doesn't have the impetus. Koget's got a lot to work with in the form of units that can do stuff. But hey, here's the remax on BCs. They don't all have Yamato though, or Yamato. Wait, which is it?
Yamato.
Expert kicks. Is it really Yamato, like with the accent on the A? I always said the second A accented Yamato.
That's like the American way of saying it, I guess. But it's better than Artosis saying Yamoto, which is like, what?
Oh my god. Artosis and Reading. Name less iconic duo. Here we go. We're going back in again. Huge Wraith fight versus battle cruisers. I think the Raids are just killing it right now.
Yeah, he doesn't have enough support.
Count reset.
Like, he's been fighting away from his turrets the whole time, so the Wraiths are just doing so much.
Wow. Even though the economy was much better for Marwin, I think Koget is finally exhausted him. Yeah, Marwin has 200 gas, and that's about it.
I mean, both of them have minerals still, so there's still minerals. We're not fully mined out yet.
Next switch.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna hide the unit pane now, because until we get something happening, we don't need to see it. We can see more of this wonderful TVT action, but...
Hide the supply and the names as well.
Yeah, let's look at this panoramic view. Look at this right now.
Actually, you know what would be amazing if you hide the mini map. Don't do that. That would make it impossible to play. This is dope. I love doing this.
Yeah.
I think the army supply advantage for Koget's gonna be gigantic, right?
I mean, he's already got a massive army. He had more SCVs, so he does have more SCVs still, but Marwin he can't catch a break. Like, every time he rebuilds a BC, that's time for Koget to get his mana back on all of his BCs, so, well, I guess energy. My bad. But yeah, it's...
You know, Kix, there's this Star Wars RTS called Empire at War.
Yep.
And when you actually had an air battle or like a space battle, all your Star Destroyers and stuff, whoa, here we go! Pew, 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 pew. So many Yamatos. Look at those going off. The giant Kamehamehas flying across the screen. The Wraith count's actually really dwindled here for Koget, but his BC count is left unchanged. Basically, so in that Star Wars MMO, you get into a space battle, and there's a button. I think the hotkey was C for cinematic.
Yeah.
Cinematic view, where it would peel all the overlays away, and you could just watch the fight happen. And in an RTS game, that's obviously the most disgusting, stupid thing that you could do. But from a cinematic point of view, it would do all these sweeping camera angles in 3D. It was
I think
so
Sins
sick,
of a Solar Empire did that as well. It's a really cool feature. Yeah.
That's less of an RTS though, more of a strategy game.
Yeah.
But the idea is still the same. And actually, that would be so sick in Brood War. Actually, what's the hotkey to hide everything? Is it Alt H?
There's a hotkey to hold. No, Alt H is the help menu. I don't think you can hide everything at once.
Yeah, there's a button to peel it all away. But anyway, you could hide everything, and that would make it very cinematic. That's my point.
Okay, well, we've got 12 Wraiths. He's trying to... Oh, he gets the vessel, but he's trading, like, the last... Oh, that was a nice pull on the tank there. Oh, this micro...
I think what we're gonna see, this is like a little...
Oh my goodness. They traded Wraiths perfectly there. What the heck, Marwin?
Wait, there's one Wraith left over. What game is... What? I think this is gonna be like the game of Pac-Man after Pac-Man eats one of those big balls and
The
goes after
vultures are
the
coming
Cheetos.
in now. He's going to use mines to try and take down the tanks.
I mean, that's gonna work, right? I
Nope.
mean, almost. Nope. Nope, not really. Anyway. I mean, he's got 8k bank, so you gotta do something with it, right?
Yeah, let's count the minerals. So Marwin is very close to mined out. He's probably got about 1,000-ish minerals, 1,200 maybe. Koget's other main is nearly full. Like, he's just rich, right? He's richy rich right now.
Well, the game continues, Kicks. Hour 25,000, and we've still got tanks, battle cruisers, and raids out on the map, so...
Yeah, this is just too many BCs, though. Like, there's absolutely nothing Marwin can do anymore. Like, he traded so badly in so many air wars that Koget's just... He's doing it, man. Look at all the Yamato that's about to come out here. It's like, so many Yamato. Oh my god, they switched into Wraith again. But there's just far too many BCs. The Wraiths are just immediately dying. Koget's done it.
Yeah.
He's broken through. There's gonna be...
Koget's flexing on him at this point. He's really putting the guns to use here. More cloaked raids to come in, but an instantaneous scan. They all die. I mean, they could have just gotten Yamato'd there, Yamato'd, but GG, a 41-minute, 17-second game. No 6-minute curse this time, Kicks. What?
Yeah, that was a really sick TVT. That, like, I am a big fan of TVT, and out of all the TVTs in the STPL that I've casted, and you know what? I'm going to bring up a stat for you if I've got the thing open.
Yeah?
Which I don't. Okay, I can't remember exactly how many it was. Let me actually just double check on Discord. Send it to you. So, throughout Season 1, we casted 112 TVTs, and without a doubt, that is the best one we've done. So, awesome start to STPL Season 2. Amazing.
Yeah. What a way to do it. Well, in the end, congratulations. Koget gives NetWars the 3-2 win in the ace match over iRk to put them to give them the win. Wow, what a monstrous performance. That last game was so much fun. And I know it's late, Kicks, but I think that game was worth sacrificing a little bit of sleep over.
It was. I would happily watch that game again and sacrifice more sleep. But not right now, no. Because watching it straight away again would be kind of pointless. But I am from the UK, yes. I am British, unfortunately. European is what I prefer to say these days.
For now.
Yeah. Well, no, I'll always be European. We're on the European continent. We're fine. But yeah, regardless, that was an amazing cast. Thank you so much for doing it with me. Thank you to all the wonderful people in chat. I know there's over 100 people still watching. If you did enjoy the STPL, follow us on Twitter, STPL TV. You can go to YouTube to check out all the previous VODs from the STPL. Now, just to re-say that stat from earlier, there's over 1,668 games to catch up with now. So if you do want to go and watch Season 1, please feel free. If you do want to watch the Season 2 games you missed, they'll be on there tomorrow. Huge shout out to our sponsor, Liquipedia, for adding $500 to the prize pool. And if you want to help the prize pool, you can by using the Matrino link, putting in the coupon code LSTPL for Liquipedia STPL. And also, if you want to support us on Patreon, which is an amazing way to support us, then it's patreon.com/kicks, and you can find all the links below the stream.
That's right. I feel personally attacked by that clip in Twitch chat, by the way. So, how dare you? You insolent. Ubatud. Anyway, thanks to everybody for watching everything that Kicks just said and more. Follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Smash that like button and leave a comment down below. And we'll see you next time for more STPL.
You guys later.